Joining us in the studio, one of our favorites, Liz Webb Hebert. It's Lafayette Live. Good morning. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm doing great. I'm just realizing I didn't bring my umbrella in, so fingers crossed.
I think you'll be okay for the next 20 minutes or so.
I hope so.
So you had a big meeting last night regarding the extension of, well, I guess it's not the extension, but it's the widening project of Colley Saloon to E. Broussard Road. Very passionate people back there who, and some say, looking at notes from your meeting last night, this has been taking forever. It's been going on forever. And really, you got everyone on the same page. Where are we now? Is there a timeline for completion? How'd the meeting go? Stage is yours.
Honestly, I think the meeting went great. In my opinion, this was my first kind of big town hall meeting, official town hall meeting. I've had small neighborhood meetings and things of that sort. I understand the frustration. That's what I said to you guys whenever I first walked in, is I get it. I wasn't involved, quote unquote, in 2009, back when the neighbors, where this is going on in their backyard, right? The everyday frustration. I wasn't there in 2009. Someone brought up the point is that the past project plans, and they had them in their hand, they said it should be done now. You said it was going to be done 2016, and here we are, 2016, and you're underground working on sewer. I get that. I get it 100%. I hear you loud and clear. But I tell people, I wasn't here in 2009. I'm here 2016. That's the main reason why I had this town hall meeting, was to say, I'm here. Let's focus. Let's look at this. There's plans all over the place of, I've never even had a LCG logo on it, but it wasn't an LCG plan.
Weird.
Very. You'd be surprised at things I see, Bernie, on the campaign trail. But so I wanted to have this meeting to bring everyone in the same room to say, I apologize about the past, but this is now, and let's focus on the plan here and hold them accountable.
Mm-hmm. So for the people who with it in their backyard, it happens to be semi in my own backyard, so I'm going to try not to seem too passionate about this because we have problems all over the place.
Sure.
But there is what looks like construction in the midst. I mean, you drive down, you see areas that are cleared, you see pipe ready to go. Are we at least moving in the right direction?
Absolutely. Since we have taken this project over, I believe, in 2009, I believe is when we took it over from the state. For those of you who are not familiar with it, the state had it. And the state, fun fact, wasn't planning on working on this in till 2025.
And that's when they were going to bid it out.
2025. So...
Meanwhile, you have all these neighborhoods being built, all these people around there that need to use that road.
By the way, there's this big shopping center, another big shopping center on that side of town that everybody wants to go to.
Yeah.
So, short answer, we're hoping for this to be completed 2019.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do we know why the process has taken this long?
There's... one of the many experts, because I said this at the beginning, I'm not a construction expert, I'm not a project management expert, I'm a marketing expert, right? I had the experts there. I had Dax with Fenstermaker and Associates, who's the project manager. I had our planning and public works director. I had all of our engineers there to talk about the plan, right? Oh, that's me.
That's okay. Hey, man, that sounds like really exciting.
Yeah, right?
Okay, is that like an
maybe
alarm?
It's someone calling to say, the road's going to be open tomorrow.
I wish. No, that's
we worked hard overnight.
That's my third alarm to wake up in the morning. So, I had all the project managers there with a PowerPoint, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later. And so to say all these different points of, this is what you expect now. Like, for instance, you said you see work happening, right?
Yeah.
But it's not the exciting work. It's sewer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's not fun. That's not sexy.
No,
we don't want to talk
not.
about sewer, right?
Right.
Well, the sewer's almost complete. It'll be completed in April, and they've already started working on the next step, which is the utility lines, putting all those utility lines underground. And you're working with multiple different companies, getting together, saying, okay, who's going to go first? And basically it's a race for them who's going to get there first, because every utility company wants to be the first one with no one else around them, working and putting their utility lines.
And not having to avoid anyone else's lines makes it much easier.
Exactly. You make a great point. So that's kind of the next step. We're working on that now.
Cool. All right. So you decided this is your first big thing, first big town hall meeting that you had.
Yes.
I'm interested because we talked to you when you were doing the campaign. We talked to you multiple times. Do you have a different view of it now that you're in the chair and you have everything in front of you? Like you said, all these documents that come that never had an LCG logo on it, but people said it was the official plan. I mean, what's your view on it? And we've asked a lot of people on Lafayette Live, do you have a different feeling about it now and what your role is than you did when you were running?
I have a lot more respect for those who work at LCG and I've said it to you before, is they are such hard workers, is that they want this project done as bad as we do, right? They want to move on to the next big thing. I'm blown away with how hardworking they are, how informative they are, how eager they are to work with me. But more so, I'm overwhelmed with how how complex this is. It's not just like you and I think Joe Blow. We think, well, go out there and put a road in, right? It's that easy.
Yeah.
If it's not raining, be working, right? Sometimes it's not that easy. It's, Dax mentioned a couple of times, it's this contractor doesn't want to work with this contractor, so they're stopping the project. It rains, you can't work until the ground's dry. So
multiple things. People get in the way of the progress.
Exactly. So it's not LCG or Finstamaker specifically sitting on their hands. It's multiple other things that are preventing this from happening.
So now that you're on the case, do you feel you can constantly keep up with this as one of your big, maybe top 10 things?
Oh, it's definitely my top.
Because what I would like to know, here's because like as far as Rob and I go, right? Okay, so this is where the media can come into play and we can help.
Perfect.
Because when you're sitting here and you're saying, hey, by the way, this contractor is fighting with this contractor.
Yeah.
Hey, people, did y'all know that?
Yeah.
Because then people will say, gee, maybe I should call that contractor's office.
Oh.
Or maybe I should call that honestly, I think that's the way in which the media, all of us can help. To get it out there, to make people understand, we don't care what your petty differences are. We need a road.
Exactly. No, you make a great point. I brought this up at yesterday's meeting. Is I have a huge district.
Sure.
This is one of probably my number one, if not number two, maybe number three priority. It changes depending on who's in front of me yelling at me, of course. But I'm putting together, and I said this yesterday, and it's going to go out in my newsletter, which I want to talk about. Is I'm putting together a committee. I want to say, I had a fancy term for it last night, but I can't remember at 6:45 in the morning. But I want to put together a committee of people who are invested in this, who are living that day to day. You're sitting there with a pipe in your backyard going, oh my God, when's this going to be over? I'm going to have whoever wants to be a part of it, really. But I would specifically the people who live there and experience it day to day. I plan on putting together a committee of people to kind of be my watchdogs. Like you just said, they're going to be involved in the emails and the updates and the ones saying, Liz, come on, give me, you said once a month, every 2 months, whatever's appropriate. Get them those emails and they can say, whoa.
Hey, this happened or
this happened. And they can go back to their groups and spread the word, right?
Yeah.
Because another thing that you mentioned, what you find interesting now that you're in office is that the amount of people last night that came out, one woman said, I have a business on College Saloon. There's so much trash in front of my business over the last year.
Wow, yeah.
From construction. And I'm going, why didn't you call me?
Sure.
Or, someone else said, there's a pothole and, I almost swerved off the road and, call me. Those are things like that are things I can handle. I can send Public Works out there immediately to pick up that trash. Those are things you shouldn't have to wait for a town hall meeting to come up to get done. And then by then you're so frustrated and aggravated that, please call me. I want to help you.
Well, I think that's great. Lafayette Live, we love doing this. And when you have questions, we ask for your questions, even for you to email your questions, news@kpel965.com.
Real quick, how do you want people that are in your place, your district, and or other folks, how do you want them to get access to this newsletter?
Okay, well, that's great. Thank you, Bernie, for saying that. I send out, for those who don't know, a monthly newsletter once a month. That was a part of my campaign promises to find another way to connect you to me and to information going on in the district. Go to my website, which is lizwebbhebert.org, and it's web with 2 B's. Sign up. It's that simple. And then you start receiving emails from me. Perfect example about this town hall meeting. You couldn't make it. You're on vacation. You had an event. I'm going to have that information. I send it always out the last day of every month as a recap. And I'm going to be sending that out in the next 2 days, which is going to have the PowerPoint from the project, notes from the project, Ambassador Town Center information. Every month it's something different. I try and do a couple of things like, did you know about how this, or did you know about this? What's this project working on? They're not all about just District 8, but specifically things that are important to the people of District 8. So anyone can sign up.
Well, it is a booming district for sure in the city, so we will keep up and have you on again for sure as part of Lafayette Live. We appreciate you coming in.
No, thank you so much.